Hello and welcome to the 9th in our series of videos looking at the Core 1 2015 paper. So we're up to this question on arithmetic sequences. The trick with these questions is just to really read it carefully and kind of figure out how it applies to the normal arithmetic style questions. So in this one, we've got Jess worked 20 years ago, started work 20 years ago. Her year 1 salary was 1,700. Her annual salary increased by 1,500 each year, so that her salary in year 2 was 1,500 more, etc., etc., etc. And it continued to increase until she reached a maximum of 32,000 in year K. Her annual salary then remained at that amount, so for the first however many years it increased and then it stayed the same at that maximum value. So the first thing is to find K, so that'll be the number of years that her salary kept increasing. So for this sequence, we know that A, the first term, is 17,000, and we know that D, the difference between each term, is 1,500. Whoops, 1,500, like that. And then we know that for a sequence, any term is given by UN equals A plus n minus 1 d. So any term of the sequence is given by that. So in this case, we're looking for UK, or the kth term that gives us 32,000. So in that case, we'll know 32,000 equals our first term plus k minus 1 lots of the common difference 1,500. Okay, if we multiply out the, well, kind of a little trick you can do with these is if each of these is got 1,000 in it, or at least 100, I suppose, we can get rid of those. So we can get rid of 2 zeros basically by dividing everything by 1,000. I think it just makes it a little bit easier. Numbers make a little bit more sense maybe. And 15. Okay, so then 320, if we expand out the brackets, 170 plus 5k minus 5. Sorry, 15k minus 15. There we go. So now we probably want to just simplify that. So 320 equals 170 minus 15 will be 155 plus 15k, and then take away 155 will give you 165 equals 15k. And so that means k is 11, like that. Okay, so we know that in this case for Jess, she started working in year 1 and she went up to the 11th year and it increased from 17,000 at the beginning up to 32,000 by the 11th year. And then the next part says we need to find the total in the 20 years. So what that means is from the 11th up until the 20th year, she was earning the same amount. So every year it's £32,000. Okay, so it's pretty simple to work out what this total would be between 11 and the 20th year. It's just going to be 32,000 times 9. Because each year she makes the same amount. But we need to work out what the sum of the first 11 terms is as well. So that bit's though there, that's fine. We need the sum of the first 11 terms. That's given by the SN equation, which is, well, there's 2 versions of it, either n over 2 2a plus n minus 1 d. Although there is the other version of it, it's probably a little bit easier to use, where if we know what the last term is, we can say the sum is equal to n over 2 of the first term, so a plus L, the last term. So in this case, the sum of the 11 terms would be equal to 11 over 2. If we use this version, the first term is 1700 plus the last term, which is 32,000. Like that. Okay, so that's going to be sum of the 11 terms is 11 over 2 times, if we add these together, we will get 49,000. And then we need to divide that by 2 and then multiply it by 11. So divided by 2, it would be 24,500. And then multiplied by 11, I like to do the Napier's bone method if I'm going to have to do any multiplication. So that's like this. Excuse my badly drawn boxes. Or feel free to skip ahead if you know how to multiply. So 5, 4, and 2, and obviously each one's going to be the same. And 2, and then just add them up. 5, 9, 6, and 2. Yep. So that gives us the sum of the 11 terms is equal to 2, 6, 9, 5, and then 2 zeros, like that. 269,500 is the sum of the first 11. Okay, so we've got the sum of the first 11 terms. We just need the sum of the last 9 terms. So that's 32,000 times 9. If I just do that over here, basically do 32 times 9, which I could probably do in my head, but work this out as well. So that's 18 and 27. So 8, 8, 2. So 2,000. Oh, missed an 8 out. So 288,000. Okay. So now we just need to add those up. So the sum of the first 20 terms is equal to 269,500 and 288,000. So 0, 0 of adding these. 5, 9 and 8 makes 17. 6 and 8 makes 14, with the 1 makes 15. And 5. So we get the sum of the first 20 terms, or the 20 years that Jess works for, 557,500 pounds total. And there we go.